All right, everybody, thank you for joining us on another episode of CryptoClarify.io. I'm Ryan, joined by my co-host and friend here, George.
Hey, everybody.
And today we're going to be covering one of those coins that seeks to kind of decentralize organizations hoping to solve some of the world's biggest problems. Sounds ambitious, but let's go ahead and dive right in. This is Aragon.
Aragon ANT. Well, we've determined that you pronounce it like the air is gone, Aragon.
Right, like you can't breathe because the air is gone.
But I don't think you're going to suffocate about this coin. Very cool and awesome coin that is really for decentralizing organizations. Bypasses political and organizational boundaries. It can even bypass national boundaries.
It's borderless, right? And permissionless, which is pretty cool and scary if you're a government or a corporation, right? A large entity. They can kind of operate without fear of a government or a third party interfering in a way.
So essentially attaching the visionaries or connecting the visionaries to the people actually executing the tasks. So pretty powerful stuff. And it essentially creates an effect where you can have open source organizations.
So the whole goal of this organization is to be a digital jurisdiction, an online decentralized court system, if you would, is how they put it, which wouldn't be bound by any sort of traditional barriers such as borders, national jurisdictions.
What Ryan mentioned earlier was about the decentralized arbitration system. It's a digital jurisdiction, and it allows for arbitrations to occur between two parties in what they call a decentralized court system. How that actually operates, we're not exactly sure. We have some theories that maybe parties that hold tokens have a say in disputes, or will it be governed by like those who are more interested in making sure that decentralized organizations run properly? We don't really know for sure how this is going to play out, and probably Aragon doesn't have a clear picture at this point. Or maybe it's something they're working out.
Yeah.
And there's some other things about this coin that we really like. One that really caught my eye is the total supply. The total supply is actually really low. It's actually at 39 million. Now, to put that in perspective, Litecoin is at like 54 million, I believe, has a limit there. Bitcoin has 21 million. So this is somewhere in between Litecoin and Bitcoin on the total supply. So that actually makes this coin a lot, very, very, very appealing. Coupled with the Aragon Foundation is actually the group behind this coin. Makes this a very, very strong coin in my eyes.
Yeah, anyone can build a smart contract. You don't have to have a coding background. You don't have to be technically savvy.
Yeah, and that's actually very appealing because if you want to make a smart contract on the Ethereum network, I believe Geth or Solidity, which is Google's Go programming language combined with Ethereum, so they call it Geth. To actually create a smart contract. And with Aragon, the vision is anybody can do it.
Should be very freeing, right?
Well, and then thinking about like how revolutionary this idea is, like the fundamental nature of human beings is that we are social creatures that organize. Like we organize into tribes, we organize into towns, we organize into cities, we organize into teams, we organize into businesses. Sure. Like we are organizing type people. And this decentralizes the organization so you can still feel inclusive or included, but you're not controlled by a centralized entity. And that idea is actually very appealing.
That is cool. And in fact, anyone can vote in real time for their marketplace of choice. And again, really cool. You don't need to have a real technical background in coding.
Well, and the last part there about the simplicity of how you don't need coding skills to participate. That again is revolutionary. So there's like three really revolutionary things about the coin: is the organization, the arbitration system and the fact that, anyone can create a smart contract. It's very similar to the early days of the internet, right? Where the internet was used exclusively or almost exclusively by academics. And then all of a sudden the visual browser came into effect, and then everybody could use it.
Right.
And
Mass
so,
adoption.
yeah. So I think this coin is just revolutionary. So
Yeah, and George and I always say this is not financial advice. This is just us reviewing some of the more popular coins out there in the market and giving you a breakdown on what their white papers are, who are some of the developers, what their niche market is, what their purpose is. So it's pretty cool.
definitely do your own homework. Investing is risky.
Yeah, and again, we ask that you go visit cryptoclarify.io. You can check out some of the charts and breakdowns, and listen to more of our podcasts. And give us a thumbs up and subscribe so we can do more of them.